Hi, I'm Donna Meldon, coordinator with the Holmes County Chamber of Commerce, and this is Chats with the Chamber Lady. Today's guest, I have Janise Hogan with the Highway 81 Flea Market in Ponce De Leon. Welcome, Janise.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you for having
Well,
me. I'm excited.
I'm so glad to have you today,
Yes. All
Janice.
right.
And of course we've met each other at the ribbon cutting back in July. So we're going to go ahead and get started and let
Sounds
everybody
good.
know about the flea
All
market.
right. Sounds good.
Um, Janice, just tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, my dad is from Ponce De Leon, Florida. My mom is from Sumter, South Carolina, both from country areas. I was born and raised in Berkeley where they met. My dad was in the Navy. My mom was um, she was working at the Naval Supply unit, and they met there at the base. And that's where I was born in Berkeley, California. One of three siblings. I have a brother and I have a sister, and we all grew up with the best of both worlds, country and city life. And Berkeley, California, it was considered a hippie town, and a melting pot for people that came, from all parts of the world to settle.
And I think you have a really funny story involving, I think, a rooster and a chicken in Berkeley, California.
I do.
Share that story with us
I do. I
today.
do. Okay. So, like I said, my mom and dad are from the country, right? So, in
Mm-hmm.
addition to growing fruits and vegetables in the backyard, we also had a rooster and a hen. And
Okay.
the rooster would get up and crow every day, like at 5 or 6 in the morning. And we would have fresh eggs daily. And every morning I'd go out there and collect the eggs, go off to school. And then this particular day, when I got home from school, I would go into the backyard to check them out, just to see how they were doing. They weren't there. And from what I
Uh-oh.
understand, yeah, Henry, they were named Henry and Henrietta. So
Okay.
Henry jumped on my mom, and she had to beat him off with a broom. But when I got home that afternoon, of course, neither one of them were in the
Oh,
backyard.
no.
Went to the freezer. We had a deep freezer at the house. Went to the
Mm-hmm.
freezer, opened up the freezer, and I saw these two white butcher paper wrapped items in the freezer. So I knew what they were. So needless to say, no more hen, no more rooster.
But you will have chicken and dumplings, I imagine. Oh, all
Absolutely.
right. Okay. Tell me about how you come up with the idea about your flea market.
Well, like I said, from Berkeley, and you know, being from Berkeley, there was a lot of yard sales, garage sales, flea markets there, and I couldn't wait like for the weekends to get there so I can go to the flea market or yard sale or
Mm-hmm.
garage sale, because it was always a place where you could meet like groovy, interesting people. You know,
Mm-hmm.
be introduced to a variety of different types of food, different cultures, and also to shop. For find treasures for a reasonable price. And so uh, my dad, fast forward, when he passed, well, before he passed, he constructed a building from the ground up in Ponce de Leon. And there he had, a restaurant, he had a convenience store, we had a driving range. But after he passed away, the building just sat there for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
So one day I was just brainstorming, and I said, we have this building sitting here. It's a pretty good sized building. It's got parking spaces all around the whole building. And I love flea markets. I love thrifting and all of that. So I was like, you know what? This is a great idea to start a flea market. And that's where the idea kind of took off.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, tell me about um, who was the biggest business influence in your life?
Well, growing up, again, my mom and dad, they've had businesses. They had shoe repair business, and they also sold men and women's work shoes and work
Okay.
boots. So after school, every day, it was a requirement. It wasn't, I had no choice. I had to
Mm-hmm.
go. It was a little grueling at first, but then I started to love it. So I'd go down to the shop every day after school and help out with the family business, writing up and greeting the customers, writing up the orders,
Mm-hmm.
doing some repairs, cashiering, bookkeeping. And that's kind of where I got my entrepreneurial start from, just being raised up in a business. on how to run a business. So I knew that was something I was always going to want to do.
And this was learned from your mom and dad.
From my mom and dad, yes.
They passed this business interest on to their daughter.
They did.
Now, what values are important to you when you think about the kind of business that you want to build, Janice?
Yeah. Well, what's important to me is great customer service, being
Yes.
held accountable, inclusion, like include people into what you're doing to build the business,
Mm-hmm.
um, being reliable. Um, I want to enjoy the journey while I'm on it, and just be respectful um, of people.
And
Yeah,
all those values that you just mentioned, sometimes we don't get those as consumers at all businesses now. So you're offering something that is very much needed, I think, in our business
absolutely,
community.
absolutely.
And it starts with you, doesn't it,
Yes, it
Janice?
does. It does.
So tell me more about the vendor spaces. I know that we've helped you with a vendor list, but of course, if someone wanted to set up and show their wares off, tell us how they would go about doing that.
Okay, so we have a website. It's www.81southflea.com.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And on that website, you can request a vendor application. You just complete the application, kind of jot down or let me know kind of what items you'd like to sell, be
Mm-hmm.
interested in selling. And, there's no approval process, but there's are limitations to what you can and cannot sell. But it's real simple. So once I get the application and it's approved, you can come and set up. We're open on Saturdays and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And that's weekly for now. Yeah.
Of course, the chamber, we were involved in your grand opening with a ribbon cutting. You have just an array of items, clothes, jewelry. What are some of the favorite things that you sell in the Highway 81 flea
Well,
market?
we have shoes. We have men, women, children's, infants, clothes, shoes. We have jewelry. We have sage smudge sticks. We have crystals. We have bracelets and earrings and furniture now.
Oh, okay. So that's
Absolutely.
something
So
that's
we're
been
growing
added.
and stuff for the house, frames, photos, cookware. We've got a little bit of everything.
So
Yeah.
if someone wants to find that nice little unique gift item, they can come see you, can't they,
Absolutely.
Janice?
Absolutely.
What type of vendors are you looking for? Because of course you're selling all your merchandise, but you're also looking for vendors outside to come in and complement, maybe sell some other unique merchandise to complement what you sell.
I don't have any limitations on the vendors. I just want people to get the information on the website and submit the application and give me a little list of what they'd like to sell. I think that a flea market is a great opportunity for people to be their own boss.
Yes.
So I'd like to see, maybe people that have that paint, that make jewelry, that are creative people. Even if you have stuff that you're cleaning out of your
Hmm.
closet, your garage, bring it. If
Those
anything,
gently used
gently
items.
used items, bring it, make some money, have a good time while you're doing it. You know what I mean? Yes, absolutely.
Now, do you have any food vendors
Not yet.
lined
And
up?
I'd love to have some food vendors. In fact, I want to have a day where I can have food trucks come and park on the
Mm.
property and have people come and eat, sit on the grass, eat, drink, and have a great time while they're shopping. Absolutely.
Tell me about your location. Of course, it's on Highway 81 and in Ponce De Leon.
Yes, it's on Highway 81. The address is 2972 Highway 81 and it's a very busy one lane in each direction highway. And I get a lot of traffic going to the beach area from that area.
From
It's from
Alabama.
Alabama,
Mm-hmm.
yes. So we're right on the highway. A big
Mm-hmm.
white building. It's got a blue awning, and I got my sign posted, 81 South Flea Market at the
Okay.
top.
All right.
Yes.
Now, but they can either email you go to your website
Yes.
and contact you that way,
Absolutely.
or either just give you a call, right?
Yeah, I'm open for phone calls.
Thank you for joining me today here at Chats with the Chamber Lady, where we met Janise Hogan with the 81 South Flea Market in Ponce De Leon. Tune in next time when we sit down with another local business, because if you need it, you want it, or you want to do it, we've got it right here in Holmes County. Thank you.